So, you know, in that way, alhamdulillah, I'm very lucky because, you know, I haven't had really, I don't feel that I've had, I mean, I did have problems when I was interviewing. That's definitely the case. I mean, that was why I always would prefer to be interviewed on the phone first because my name does not sound, well, my name is different, but it's not foreign sounding.
Right.
I don't have an accent. They have no idea what I look like. So, you know, you kind of win them over on the phone and then you meet them in person. They're like, oh, well, they already have this perception of you. And obviously this does not fit that perception. But usually it's, okay, well, you know, we liked her on the phone and liked her in the interview. But if I ever went into just a face-to-face interview first, sometimes people could not get over what I was wearing. It's very clear. You can tell in a person's body language, whether they're open and they're just like talking to you like normal, or they're just like really fixated on what you're wearing. And they're like, what? Oh, sorry, what'd you say? Because they just can't hear you. Which I think when wearing the hijab, in general, people, like in the public, whether I'm, you know, going to the grocery store, ordering something in a coffee stand, they don't expect, you know, an accent-free English to come out, and so sometimes they almost don't understand you, and that also plays into, you know, one of my undergraduate degrees is in Spanish, and it's funny because I have a lot of girlfriends that are specifically Mexican who converted to Islam, and they do not. When you go and you're in a restaurant, they do not expect Spanish to be coming out of your mouth, so they do not understand you. It's like you might as well be speaking Chinese because they do not understand you. So I think that definitely, you know, wearing the hijab automatically makes kind of people look at you in a different way, like you're foreign or you don't speak English. I mean, I've had people tell me, your English is really good. And I'm like, okay. That's because I'm born and raised here, but...
Okay, well, Sister Michaela, muchas gracias for sharing your story about Islam and how you came to Islam. And inshallah, we hope Islam continues to grow in this area. And this program, The World of Islam, we're trying to expose the people to the Muslims, let them hear from the Muslims in their own words. And in your own words, I want to ask you what you see as the future outlook for the growth of Islam in America.
I think that it's really good. I mean, as long as our, you know, our government and society continues with religious, you know, freedom of religion and all of those principles that our country is founded on, that Islam has a really positive future. And, you know, the more that Muslims become integrated in society without assimilating so much that we lose our Islam, that, you know, that Muslims are going to be, you know, we're going to maintain our religion and we're going to be active, productive members of society. And I think that, you know, inshallah, in a couple of decades, you're going to see, you know, a big difference in, you know, maybe we'll have a Muslim president one time. No, I'm just teasing.
Okay, Sister, again, thank you very much. And I hope that our viewers have enjoyed this episode of The World of Islam. And we invite you to join us as we continue to travel around the world to introduce you to a few of the 1.5 billion Muslims in the world. I hope we've been able to separate the fact from the fiction, the truth from the falsehood, and the myth from the reality, and leave you with a positive understanding of Islam and Muslims. And I invite you to join us as we continue to keep it real, traveling the world of Islam, telling the stories which need to be told. And I leave you all with this very important advice: don't judge Islam by the people, but judge the people by Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah.